It's 3 p.m. and it's time for the Daily Community Briefing. Direct and official information regarding the coronavirus effect on you locally. Three p.m. and it's time for the Daily Community Briefing. Direct and official information regarding the coronavirus effect on you locally. Let's now go live to the Wallingford Broadcasting Studios.
Welcome in, everyone. 51 degrees here in Richmond, overcast skies. Welcome into your 3 o'clock local news and information briefing. A slew of disturbing economic news coming out today as 11 years of job gains vanish. News about the payroll protection program we've been keeping you updated with to help small business and keep people employed out of cash. We'll have the details. Also, those emergency loans clogged up in volume nightmare at the SBA. We've got more to tell you about that. Rowdy Kentuckians still the governor's spotlight yesterday at the press briefing. An interview with Estill County Judge Executive Donnie Watson, one of Kentucky's few coronavirus-free counties for now. And for many unemployed, that means loss of health care coverage. At a time that couldn't be worse, a report today to help some of you maybe find alternatives, your question of the day, and much more. As we get underway, 13 days after they established the Paycheck Protection Program for small businesses slammed by coronavirus impacts, they're out of funds, already hitting the $349 billion initial allotment. That news coming this morning, according to the SBA. The administration says more than 1.62 million applications were approved, wiping out the $349 billion, and that came in from over 4,900 lending institutions. It's unclear how much of the $349 billion has actually been sent out the door to recipients. SBA won't share the disbursement figures, nor are the majority of the big banks, but all accounts that we see, it is a very small portion. According to the website covidloantracker.com, 84% of the PPP loan money that has been sent out has come from small or regional banks, with 9% of the funds coming from J.P. Morgan Chase. And many small business owners have had trouble navigating the application process, especially when going through big banks. Now, the attention will turn to those who didn't get a foot in the door yet and still need financial help. Will the government add more money to the program? Well, in the latest, a joint statement yesterday evening, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin and SBA Administrator Jovita Carranza said the SBA has processed more than 14 years' worth of loans in less than 14 days. We urge Congress to appropriate additional funds for the Paycheck Protection Program, a critical and overwhelmingly bipartisan program, at which point we will once again be able to process loan applications, issue loan numbers, and protect millions more paychecks. And yesterday, remember, we told you the emergency loans. This was a whole different relief program directly distributed through the SBA. That has been slammed with application and therefore delayed, so that's on lockdown for who knows. Jobless claims also released this morning, virtually wiping out all job gains made in the last 11 years. The pandemic has sent shockwaves through the global economy. The U.S. Labor Department released weekly jobless claims this morning. After 3 consecutive weeks of jobless claims in the millions, another 5.245 million Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week. Since June of 2009, the U.S. economy has added over 20 million jobs, but in the last 4 weeks, the number of unemployment claims have topped 22 million. Economists predicted 5.5 million jobless claims for the week ending April 11th. The prior week's figure was revised higher to 6.615 million. Meanwhile, the chorus of the frustrated and financially hurting grows louder every day, as was evident yesterday at the governor's press briefing as a raucous crowd could be overheard. We start with that report today. WBON TV's Jamie Boggs has more.
Governor Beshear's daily briefing sounded a little different on Wednesday, as protesters were determined to let their voices be heard outside of the Capitol briefing room. But Beshear did not let the noise stop him from updating the state on the newest numbers of cases and deaths from the coronavirus.
We have 88 new cases of the coronavirus, and when you remove duplicates and others, our total number is 2,291. Because today we've got a report that we have lost 7 more people to the coronavirus. 7 Kentuckians that, added to everything else, are 122 deaths related to this coronavirus.
Beshear confirmed reports that he has been working with the governors of Indiana and Ohio on synchronizing efforts, and that they will continue to communicate and coordinate future steps.
While we have been working with Ohio and Indiana and directly with Governor Holcomb and DeWine, as we have taken steps that we have taken, we're announcing today that we're going to continue that cooperation in planning how we will eventually ease restrictions and open up the economy.
Governor Beshear was happy to announce that the renovation of the convention center to create more hospital space has been completed and is well equipped to handle hospital overflow if the need arises.
Right now, this field hospital doesn't just have the beds. It has showers, other facilities, and even a pharmacy, so is ready to go when needed.
Beshear did acknowledge the protesters outside of the briefing, but did not back down from the decisions he has made to protect Kentuckians. In fact, he doubled down on his guidelines by saying of the protesters, hopefully they are distanced from each other. This is Jamie Boggs, WBON TV 9 News.
Thanks so much, Jamie. And taking a quick look at the map, the statewide count, if you're keeping track, 2,291 cases. And last night, the Madison County Health Department said that there are no new confirmed cases to report, and also noted a case that was released earlier in the week on Tuesday was retracted as it was attributed to another county instead of a Madison Countyan. Therefore, the county total is down to 21 confirmed cases, and we're happy to report 10 of those cases have or are recovering. Well, if you paying attention to our map every day, we see these pockets of resistance getting narrower and smaller each week, but 3 counties in the Natural Bridge area, Estill, Lee, and Wolfe County, still with no reported confirmed cases. We're going to talk with Estill County Judge Executive Donnie Watson and get an update from that county, and also a possible new executive order for a curfew. All of that and much more coming up next here after this break on our local news and information briefing. Stay with us.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, dealers, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
During this time, it is especially important to shop local and support small business. Gillum Sports Lounge is still open, and they are still serving the same great food that you are used to. Burgers, salads, pizza, appetizers, and more. Order pickup or have your food delivered, and you can place your order online at GillumSportsLounge.com. Gillum Sports Lounge in the Richmond Mall says thank you to the people of Richmond for continuing to support your local restaurants during this time.
Opening weekend at Chenault Vineyard has been postponed as a precaution. Chenault Vineyard can't wait to see all of their smiling patrons back once they reopen and look forward to serving you locally grown wine. Chenault Vineyard has several types of wine available, including Blanc, Chardonnay, Riesling, bourbon barrel aged red wine, and their sweetest and most popular wine is Sam's Fix-It Juice. For more information about Chenault Vineyard, visit ChenaultVineyard.com or like them on Facebook to see updates about all the events coming up at Chenault Vineyard.
The Estill Clinic and Irvin Healthcare Pharmacies are focused on providing the best care possible for the people of Estill County. Our care for our patients and our community is what sets us apart. With society's fast pace, we want to make sure you leave with the information you need about your medications. With the knowledge and experience of John, Ryan, and Janet, you are guaranteed excellent service, whether you're in the store or pulling through the drive-thru. Taking care of the people of Estill County is our #1 priority, so stop in or give us a call to become a part of our community.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling has the largest showroom in Central Kentucky with all the power sports products you can dream of for your next adventure. Gateway Cycles has a qualified, certified service department, friendly sales staff so you can ride free and play hard. Local people serving local people. We are here to make your dream a living adventure. Stop in and see us today at Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling or visit us at gatewaycycles.com.
At CT Diesel Performance, they promise not to do anything to your vehicle that they wouldn't do to their own. Chris Thorne and the gang don't just work on diesel vehicles either. They also repair all auto gas vehicles and are fully serviced and ready to take on any job. Nothing is too big or too small for CT Diesel Performance. Located just off Exit 97, CT Diesel can even come get your car if you have a problem while driving down I-75. CT Diesel Performance in Richmond and at ctdiesel.us.
American Pool & Spa wants you to swim and relax, and they're taking the proper precautions to keep their customers and employees safe. For pool supplies, visit AmericanPoolAndSpaKY.com and click on the Drop Click tab to shop online for curbside service or free local delivery within 15 miles. If you're interested in pool installation, American Pool & Spa in Richmond can set up a Zoom call for a virtual consultation. Stay safe and enjoy your time at home with help from American Pool & Spa in Richmond.
Back here on your 3 o'clock local news and information briefing, heard live each day at 3 on 100.7 The Coyote and on our media partner, WBONTV.com. Our socials, please keep those comments and suggestions and questions coming in on our socials and on that email address, information@WBONTV.com. Our broadcast today brought to you by Modern Air. Call Steve King for your heating and air needs, 985-5352. Mr. Reuter Plumbing of Central Kentucky. Give them a call at 626-8733 for your plumbing needs. Bishop's Small Engine Repair on North Estill Avenue. Best service around, doing great curbside service, and they're your Cub Cadet dealer. And American Pool & Spa on Merchant Drive. We appreciate those folks helping with our broadcast each day. Estill County is one of only a handful left of counties with no lab-confirmed cases in the state. We talked to Estill County Judge Executive Donnie Watson to get an update on their COVID-19 testing and results in Estill County, as well as a possible new executive order for a curfew. Our team coverage continues now with WBON-TV's Loretta McPherson.
You've been coming into the studio on a regular basis, at least once a week, and trying to give us an update on any cases of COVID-19 in Estill County. And so far, we've been very fortunate. Do you have a current update on the situation now in Estill County?
Yesterday there was 59 had been tested and all came back negative. So we're good right now.
Can you contribute that to the fact that Estill County has pretty much been following the guidelines that you've laid out for our county?
I think that has been a factor in it because most people, for the most part, they're following the guidelines and trying to do what they're supposed to do. And I think people are taking this seriously, and they realize the impact it could have on us if they don't. But for the most part, the businesses are complying, and I really appreciate what everyone's doing, and we're just in good shape right now, and I hope it remains that way.
There may be a possibility that you might have to sign another executive order for a curfew.
We have considered that. Some of the young people aren't abiding by the CDC guidelines. They're congregating in the evening and really not doing the distancing. And, hopefully we don't have to do this. I hate to put regulations on people that make them do things. I don't like to do that, but hopefully they will they'll line up and take it to heart, really, the impact that it could have on them or their family or their grandparents or parents. If they catch this virus, it's almost a death sentence, and hopefully they will listen and abide by the guidelines.
Now, I understand that you are in close contact each and every day with the health officials, the Estill County Health Department, and the hospital. Are they the ones that are keeping you updated, or is this something that you're getting from the CDC?
Anytime anyone's tested, whether if they live in Estill County and they go somewhere else and are tested, that test site reports back to the health department. So if anyone should come up with the coronavirus from Estill County in another county, they get the address and they report back to the health department here. So the health department has an updated record every day of what's going on, and they keep up with this, and that's where I get my information.
Donnie, I thank you once again for your time. I appreciate you trying to keep us updated here in Estill County. Thank you for the job you're doing.
Well, thank you, Loretta, for the part that you play and how you get the information out. I appreciate it.
This has been Loretta McPherson for WBON TV 9 News.
Thanks, Loretta. Our question of the day is from Dorothy Vaught of Berea. She asked, are lunchroom workers considered for hazard pay for working during this time? Well, Dorothy, many agree with your sentiment and your thinking, especially for those still dealing with the public so much. Not sure how much the lunchroom workers are coming in contact with school out, but this has not been addressed or passed by any measures in the previous stimulus measures, especially a lot of people that are still working and dealing with the public perceive a lot of those laid off maybe as better off than they are because they're drawing unemployment and $600 more a week that was approved. But if you recall in our initial interview weeks ago with Congressman Andy Barr, he was very, very emphatic that these measures are very temporary and they want to keep people connected to their jobs, and many of these people that may be okay for now may not have a job to come back to later. So staying connected with your job for the long term is the best thing to do. Slow and steady wins the race. The stimulus debate in Washington is far from over. They continue to try to get together on more measures to keep relief coming to all impacted people, workers and businesses that they can until we get through this. So sadly, it is day to day. But in a related story today, the CEO of Kroger has asked and urged the government to classify grocery store workers as extended first responders or emergency personnel. The statement was released in conjunction with the United Food and Workers International Union, the largest food and retail union in the country. With this designation, they say, to employees' titles, grocery store workers would have access to personal protective equipment, or PPEs, that they could use while working. So we will continue to follow that, and thank you, Dorothy, for your question. And we love to hear those comments and get your questions in, and we do take them serious and try to get you some answers for those. With so many people unemployed now in our area, this means the loss of their health insurance in many cases too. We spoke with Erin Hemlin. She is the Director of Policy and Advocacy with the Young Invincibles, a national nonprofit that helps with health care. She explains what people need to do if you've lost your health coverage due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And our team coverage continues with more on that with WBON TV's Tristan Reynolds.
Erin, the coronavirus has led to massive unemployment, subsequent loss of health care coverage for folks. If someone has recently lost their health care coverage, what options do they have to get covered?
That's a great question. So we know, unfortunately, with huge rates of unemployment, that also means, unfortunately, that people are losing job-based coverage. But people do have options. Depending on your income, a lot of folks may actually qualify for Medicaid. In Kentucky, folks up to about 138% of the federal poverty level, which is about $17,000 per year for a single individual, or about $36,000 a year for a family of four, can get covered for Medicaid at no cost, which is a great option for a lot of folks. For folks who make a little bit too much money for that, you could potentially transition on to a marketplace plan through healthcare.gov. And again, depending on your income, you can get some pretty substantial financial help to help cover the cost of that plan. You can, again, do that at healthcare.gov. Or in some cases, you could keep your employer coverage through COBRA. That is the most seamless option for folks because you keep that same plan, but it can be really expensive because you're now having to cover that full cost of that plan, where previously your employer would have paid some of it for you.
Will job loss alone allow someone to sign up for a marketplace plan?
So unfortunately, no. And we've actually heard a lot of confusion about this question, particularly from younger people. If your job did not provide health coverage for you, losing a job alone will not trigger what's called a special enrollment period that allows you to sign up for coverage through healthcare.gov. We see that particularly with young workers in the service industry, in retail, other gig workers who work for Uber and Lyft and things like that, who are losing their jobs, but because that didn't come with job-based coverage to begin with, they aren't actually able to get that special enrollment period to get a healthcare.gov plan. They may be eligible for Medicaid, though, so I would definitely start with Medicaid.
If people who are uninsured want to find out if they qualify for either Medicaid or a special enrollment period to sign up for Marketplace, where should they start?
So I would start with healthcare.gov if you have that option to go online and just start there and put in your information, create an account, and it'll tell you what you're eligible for. There's also what's normally in-person help, but assisters or navigators who can help walk you through the process. You can either go through healthcare.gov, or if you just look at the Kentucky Exchange website, it should give you assisters who are available in your area by zip code who might be able to help you as well. We've been working with a lot of folks who have transitioned from that in-person help to virtual appointments. So sometimes there's like a hotline number you can call that reaches the entire state that will connect you with someone who can kind of walk you through that process. But first step, just go to healthcare.gov. That's where you know you're going to see comprehensive coverage. That's where you'll get all the financial help you might be eligible for, and that's where you'll be told whether or not you're eligible for Medicaid. So I would definitely start there.
Erin, thank you so much. Again, that's Erin Hemlin, the Director of Health Policy and Advocacy for the Young Invincibles in Washington, D.C. For WBON TV, Channel 9, I'm Tristan Reynolds.
Thanks, Tristan. We're up against another break. When we come back, the Barbasol Golf Tournament is in question. We've got details on that, and also how the Richmond Telford YMCA is helping our essential workers with some things. We've got the details on that and more. Come back on your local news and information briefing here on 100.7 The Coyote and WBONTV.com.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop's Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
During this time, it is especially important to shop local and support small business. Gillum Sports Lounge is still open, and they are still serving the same great food that you are used to. Burgers, salads, pizza, appetizers, and more. Order pickup or have your food delivered, and you can place your order online at GillumSportsLounge.com. Gillum Sports Lounge in the Richmond Mall says thank you to the people of Richmond for continuing to support your local restaurants during this time.
Opening weekend at Chenault Vineyard has been postponed as a precaution. Chenault Vineyard can't wait to see all of their smiling patrons back once they reopen and look forward to serving you locally grown wine. Chenault Vineyard has several types of wine available, including Blanc, Chardonnay, Riesling, Bourbon Barrel Aged Red Wine, and their sweetest and most popular wine is Sam's Fix-It Juice. For more information about Chenault Vineyard, visit ChenaultVineyard.com or like them on Facebook to see updates about all the events coming up at Chenault Vineyard.
The Estill Clinic and Irvin Healthcare Pharmacies are focused on providing the best care possible for the people of Estill County. Our care for our patients and our community is what sets us apart. With society's fast pace, we want to make sure you leave with the information you need about your medications. With the knowledge and experience of John, Ryan, and Janet, you are guaranteed excellent service, whether you're in the store or pulling through the drive-thru. Taking care of the people of Estill County is our #1 priority. So stop in or give us a call to become a part of our community.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling has the largest showroom in central Kentucky with all the power sports products you can dream of for your next adventure. Gateway Cycles has a qualified, certified service department, friendly sales staff so you can ride free and play hard. Local people serving local people. We are here to make your dream a living adventure. Stop in and see us today at Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling or visit us at gatewaycycles.com.
At CT Diesel Performance, they promise not to do anything to your vehicle that they wouldn't do to their own. Chris Thorne and the gang don't just work on diesel vehicles either. They also repair all auto gas vehicles and are fully serviced and ready to take on any job. Nothing is too big or too small for CT Diesel Performance. Located just off Exit 97, CT Diesel can even come get your car if you have a problem while driving down I-75. CT Diesel Performance in Richmond and at ctdiesel.us.
American Pool & Spa wants you to swim and relax, and they're taking the proper precautions to keep their customers and employees safe. For pool supplies, visit AmericanPoolAndSpaKY.com and click on the Drop Click tab to shop online for curbside service or free local delivery within 15 miles. If you're interested in pool installation, American Pool & Spa in Richmond can set up a Zoom call for a virtual consultation. Stay safe and enjoy your time at home with help from American Pool & Spa in Richmond.
This is your afternoon 3 o'clock local news and information briefing. Kelly Wallingford saying hello and great to have you with us again today. Couple of initiatives here at Wallingford Media. One, we have teamed up with the Richmond Chamber of Commerce to offer our local businesses the Richmond Chamber of Commerce hotline, an opportunity for you to call in and let everybody know how you're staying open and safely serving customers. And we're going to help you get through this together and till better days. So contact us about that and other ways we can help you message and keep your customers and the public informed what's going on with you. And you can do that at info@WCYOFM.com. That's info@WCYOFM.com. Earlier today, the PGA Tour released an updated schedule that does not include a date for the 2020 Barbasol Championship, which had been slated for July 16th through the 19th at Champions at Keenes Trace in Nicholasville, its normal venue. Since our inception in 2015 as a PGA Tour event, the Barbasol Championship has been tied to the same week as the Open Championship, said tournament director Brian Pettigrew. Given the unfortunate circumstances of the Open being canceled in 2020 due to the coronavirus pandemic, it's been a challenge for the PGA Tour to find an available date for our event this year. While we're disappointed to not be on the revamped schedule announced today, we understand the complexity of the situation. As we continue discussions with the tour, we would certainly consider an opportunity to host the Barbasol Championship in a safe and responsible manner if a date were to become available. So we will keep an eye on that for you. And this message into us from the Richmond Telford YMCA. They are helping our essential workers only. Keep that in mind, but they're offering daycare for healthcare workers, first responders, and other essential employees that are protecting and working in our community through this. They provide lunch and they help you complete the kids' NTI packets, do daily crafts, and make sure they get in some exercise. They continue to support their members, especially the seniors who may feel isolated. Their staff is making phone calls to the seniors to see how they're doing. They have a few staff at a time coming in to clean and perform essential maintenance, and everybody has their temperature taken as well when they come in down there. And they have some pre-recorded videos that are available for home workouts. And a reminder, the April vendor fair and Healthy Kids Days have been postponed. But if you would like to put your account on hold or like any more information about this, check them out on Facebook, or you can email Olivia at olivia.hatter@ymcatelford.org. Well, that's all the time that we have for you today. Thanks again for joining us. And remember, we do this each day at 3 and the Governor live at 5 every day here as well for you on 100.7. Until tomorrow, stay safe and God bless.